Good morning. I am giddy this morning. Like I'm literally buzzing from the inside out. And I am so glad that you are here with me live because this morning I'm going to share some of the deepest parts of me. And I don't think I've ever shared this before. So here's my deepest, most wildest dreams that I'm going to share with you today. And I am honored that you're with me because it is going to completely and impactfully create some movement for you. I'm a really, really, really firm believer. So on morning mindset, the biggest thing I want you to understand is that your dreams want you more than you want them. Like the God of the universe wants your dreams more than you do. And I want to see your dreams happen. And so I'm going to share with you some insights and some revelations into my journey these last couple of years in the manifestation of my dreams by sharing one that is on the verge of happening right before my very eyes and right before your very eyes as well. Okay. I'm like shaking. So 2 years ago, my family and I sold everything to travel the country in an RV. And this was after I had built a very successful company in real estate. We had bought and sold millions of dollars worth of real estate. This was after we had lost it all. I mean, we were literally $100,000 in debt. Then I rebuilt my life and my career as a business coach and then a growth coach, truly coaching hundreds of business owners and how to build sustainable business, how to think about their business differently. Then I had the babies, bought the house, bought the cars, bought the stuff. I mean, I had really obtained the American dream only to realize that it wasn't my dream. And it left me feeling like every day, just like there was something more. Like I would literally crawl into bed and each night I would ask myself, is there something more? And if you find yourself asking that question, you, my friend, like me, are a dreamer in waiting. It's a very simple and yet profound question. And so day after day, week after week, month after asking that question, we finally decided to turn our midlife crisis into a midlife awakening. And we sold everything and we jumped in an RV and started traveling the country. We did have 3 of our 4 children at that point in time. So they were 6 months, 2 and 4. So we came with a lot of baggage, we'll just put it that way. But it was an amazing journey. We got to see all sorts of different things. We traveled all across the country and we did this full time. And it was at about 7 months into this RV trip that we were in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm like so nervous right now. My heart is like pounding. But we watched The Greatest Showman, which changed my life, by the way. But I went to sleep that night and I had this dream. And I don't really think that I was fully asleep. I think I was in a meditative state, which I share a lot in my book that I'm writing and a lot of things that I talk about here. But I was not totally sleeping, but I was not conscious. I was somewhere in between. And I was having this dream that I was 300 feet above the world, okay? And I was looking down on the world and I was watching people. And people looked like they were alive, but they weren't awake. It's as though they were here, they were physically here, but they were not mentally and emotionally here. It was though they were present, but the lights weren't on. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the movie Trolls. Do you know the Bergens? Who they just walk around and they're resentful and they're angry and they're mad and they are not really living. They are alive, but they are not living, okay? And I remember watching everybody and going, what is going on? Why are they living this way? What is stopping them from turning the lights on? What is stopping them from living awake? And all of a sudden, across the sky, I saw hundreds of shooting stars. And in the shooting stars was the word dream. And immediately I woke up. And I sat up straight in my bed, and my heart's pounding just like it is now. And it was pounding. And it was like I had been given the algorithm for life. But it was just so simple that it surely couldn't have just been about that word. But I knew here that it meant something. And I tried to chalk it up as the Greatest Showman hangover. And I tried to make it go away in my mind, but I couldn't. It was like it was etched on my very fiber of my being. But I put it on the shelf, and I kept doing my life. So you fast forward about 3 or 4 months later, and I'm back home at Denver, and I'm doing lunch with my mom. And I had kind of forgotten about this dream, pretended like it didn't impact me the way that it does, but I excused myself to go to the bathroom. And I'm walking into the ladies' room, and this lady is walking out, and she's an elderly lady, and she just about bumps into me. And of course, because it's such this awkward, passing of each other, that I stop to go, "Oh, hi, how are you today?" She doesn't look up at me. She doesn't really acknowledge me, and really tongue in cheek, she goes, "Oh, I'm living the dream." And instantly I remembered that dream I had had. And I turned around and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I ask why you're actually not living your dream?" And she doesn't turn around. She doesn't look at me. She keeps walking, but she mutters this phrase I'll never forget. She says, life stops me from living the dream. And instantly it was like this download of my original dream came to me. And I went, that's what I'm supposed to live for. That is what I am supposed to live for, is to help everyone and anyone I can to wake up to their dreams, because the way that we wake up to our life is by waking up to our dreams. And it was as though I was like reliving that moment in the RV when I had that original dream and gotten the algorithm for life. And why those people were asleep to their lives is because they needed to wake up. And the way that we wake up to our lives is we wake up to our dreams. And for the last 2 years, that has slowly but surely taken over my life. It's taken over my thought processes. It's taken over my curiosity. And now is the time. Now is the time, more than ever before, that we need to wake up to our lives. We need to wake up to what's going on. We need to wake up to our conscious choices. And I believe that everything, even with this COVID and these crazy times that we're having, that now more than ever, it is our time to rise up and to be accounted for. And so if you find yourself sitting here today saying, is there something more? Is there something more that I am here on this planet for? Oh, it's gonna make me cry. If you're sitting there today and you are asking the question, is there something more? My answer to you is yes, there is. And I am your biggest advocate in supporting you to get your life back and to wake up to your life. And the way that we're going to do that, my friend, is to wake you up to your dreams, because on the inside of your dreams is every reason that you're alive. It's the reason that God put you on the planet. And for you to think that He doesn't want your dreams as much as you do is crazy, and it's bizarre. And I'm not going to sit around and watch people convince themselves that it's too big of a risk to live their dreams, that it's too irresponsible to live their dreams. I'm not going to watch people do that anymore. And so now is the time. It's time to wake up. And here's what this means. This week, I am going to basically be laying out all the intricate details of what this dream meant to me, and why we need to be living our dreams, and why we need to be chasing our dreams, and why now more than ever is the time that we're supposed to be chasing them. And then next Monday, June 8th at 6 p.m., I am going to be uniting dreamers from all across the country. And I am going to bring all of us together, because we are going to begin our own rally. individually and together, we are going to begin a rally, and we are going to be living our lives in such a way that is fully awake, chasing and manifesting every single dream on the inside of us, because the greatest adventure we could ever have in this life is to live the life of our dreams. It is not risky to chase your dreams. It's risky to not chase your dreams. It is not irresponsible to chase your dreams. It is irresponsible to not chase your dreams. And so next Monday, I am inviting all of us as a catalyst to start this movement, as a catalyst for dreamers everywhere, to have an excuse to stop living mediocre, okay, fine, and good enough, and to start living unapologetically, manifesting every single thing that's on the inside of us. And we're going to do it together. And every single day in between now and next Monday, I am going to be here sharing what that's going to look like. Every single post, every single story, every single thing that I am about this week is going to be directing us towards this event. And then on that event, we are going to stand at the starting line, and we're going to start. And we're going to be launching some programs, and we're going to be launching some mindset patterns and some techniques on how to master your mind so you can prepare your heart for what's to come. We're going to be launching some programs that are going to help you understand how to literally get clear on what your dreams are. We're going to be launching some ideas and some strategies and some programs on how to manifest those in the world around you. And we're going to join forces as a community that says good enough is not good enough. Fine is not fine. Mediocre is not what I was born to live for. And we're going to start. Because 2 years ago, I had this dream that people were actually going to wake up to their lives. That dream of mine went from people who were living not awake and not alert and weren't even really living, all of a sudden woke up. And they were like lighthouses everywhere. As far as the eye could see, people were lit up from the inside out. We didn't need the world to give us that which we were already giving ourselves in my dream. We didn't need the government. We didn't need politics. We didn't need the news. We didn't need social media. We didn't need all of these external resources to tell us the answer, because the answer was already on the inside of us. And that's why we were alive, is because we were purposed, we were destined, we were commissioned, we were on a mission, and we were living from the inside out. And that is my dream, to see all of us, every single one of us, living from the inside out. Beautiful, shining, and alive. So we're going to do this one day at a time, one step at a time. But go now to the link in my bio to register for this event next Monday, June 8th, 6 p.m., all of us together. Go there now, register. It's totally free. It's going to take about an hour, maybe 2, maybe 10. We're going to stay as long as we need to. But it is going to be our starting line. And then join me in between now and then to prepare, to mentally prepare, to emotionally prepare, to start putting our minds on things that are going to create the space for our hearts to be heard, maybe for the first time. There you have it. Your dream wants you more than you want it. And I am your biggest advocate for helping you chase everything that's on the inside of you. So thank you for letting me share my dream with you today. And I can't wait for you to share yours with me. Let me say that again. Thank you for letting me share my dreams with you. And in advance, I'm going to thank you for sharing yours with me. Let's do this. Dreamers unite.